moment we've all been waiting for, the Guild Surfliner Deluxe. I don't think I've ever gotten so many comments and private messages and tags on social media from people asking me if I was going to cover a guitar. Just ridiculous. You guys are really curious about this guitar. I'm curious about it too. I'm having trouble getting through the tape though. Will I ever make it through the packaging? I covered the first run of Surfliners when they came out, and the general consensus was it needs a wiggle stick. That it needs a wiggle stick! And that's why everyone's been tagging me when these things got leaked, because they have a wiggle stick now. So I took all that attention as a hint, and I hit up my Guild contact, and I was like, hey, remember when you sent me a guitar? Want to send it to me again? And here it is. I'm about to reveal the color of Guild Surfliner Deluxe that I received. What color is it going to be? There's a green color, there's a pink color, and there's black. Ah, yeah, there it is. Ah, yes. It's beautiful, like rooster feather, metallic, very fine metal flake green. You can't see it from this shot, but I'll put a close-up of that metal flake. Just beautiful. And a matching headstock to boot. I love a matching headstock. Just so classy. All right, let's find the wiggle stick and then start going through all the details and specs. Here it is. That was easy. Whoa! All right. I've never seen this on I've never seen this on an offset trim before. You can tighten it. It's got an Allen key on there and a rubber sleeve or plastic sleeve similar to like a Wilkinson trim. So you can tighten the bar down. I mean, it's loose right now. It's got that wobbly wiggle stick syndrome where it just swings free. Let's tighten it up. That's amazing. Every offset style vibrato should have this. If this works, like game changer right here. Oh my gosh, are you serious? I just gave it a little bit of a tighten. Give it a little bit more. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's just totally firm and smooth now. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Got locking tuners on the back of the headstock. That's always a fun thing to have. It makes changing strings really fast and easy. Some people think that locking tuners lead to more tuning stability. I'm not totally sure about that. There might be a case to be made, but that's really not their function. They just make changing strings a lot easier. That painted headstock with a chrome logo on there. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm assuming this is a baked or roasted, fried, possibly sous vide maple neck here. Always love the feel of a roasted maple neck. It just has a bit more of this like kind of dry, fast response, resonant sort of thing going on versus standard maple necks. I might be imagining a lot of that, but that's the impression that I get when I play guitars that have baked maple necks. Binding around the fretboard, a rosewood fretboard, I'm assuming. It's a dark wood. I don't assume that I'm gonna know the species of tree just because it's dark, but I'm assuming redwood. Moto block inlays. What a handsome guitar. Let's look at the frets. They're not like crazy premium frets, but they are nicely rounded and smoothly trimmed off the ends. There's no bite there or anything like that. Completely appropriate for this price point. Maybe even a little bit better than what I'd expect to see on a $700 guitar. It's on the good side of the range as far as frets go. And I haven't played it yet, just feeling the ends and looking at how they're dressed. Maybe I'll find dead spots as I play. I hope I don't. The body. What's different here about the Deluxe versus the one that I covered last time, the first run, the original run, is that the Deluxe has a 5-way switch here, where the original one had 3 rocker switches, which allowed you to select pickups in whatever combination that you want. So this is going to be more standard, I'm assuming. Bridge and middle, middle and neck, and then neck. Volume and tone, it says on the knobs right there. A tune-o-matic bridge. I'm skeptical. Sometimes tune-o-matics don't play well with vibratos, with wiggle sticks. You get the pinging and the tinging and things like that, and some tuning instability. Does it rock? Yeah, it rocks and flexes a little bit. So it might be fine. This might be one of the ones that gets away with it. We'll see. I'm always a little bit skeptical of that. I prefer an offset, like a Jazzmaster, Jaguar, or Mustang style bridge when I've got this style of vibrato. What else is going on here? We've got that custom Guild neck plate there, just like on the last one. I really like that they went for custom hardware on the trim here. I guess it means that it's probably harder to replace it. If you wanted to throw a Mastery or something fancy on here, I'm assuming those screw holes will not line up. They might not even be covered up. I don't know, it might cover up that one and you just drill a new hole, but then you're never going back to this, right? Because you don't want to show off that hole. This one also has a full-size humbucker versus the mini bucker that was in the last one that I covered. By the way, I sold the other Surfliner like a week before these got leaked, before we found out that these were coming. And if I had known, I would have held on to it to do a direct comparison. But I did get it in the hands of a very excited teenager who apparently has been on modding journeys and taking guitars apart and putting them back together and doing all sorts of fun things. I'm really happy that I got that guitar in the hands of a young person who's, staring down the barrel of a lifetime of guitar hobbyism at the rate they're going at. So that's cool. I don't regret that at all. But it would have been fun to be able to make that comparison directly right now. But that was like a couple weeks ago. I still remember that guitar very clearly, remember how it felt and how it sounded and things like that. So I'll still be able to make comparisons with my mind and my memory. All right, let's plug it in and get it tuned up and see how I feel about it and how you feel about it too. That's important. All tuned up and ready to go, and of course, I'm going to be playing through the 2 Princetons rig. That's enough of that. Let's get into it. I'm going to start off on the bridge position here, and then work my way through the pickups, and then I'll start turning on effects. Drippy Reverb, Overdrive, Fuzz, things like that. All right, here we go. Let's see what it sounds like. The wiggle stick feels a little bit on the firm side to me. But it's so nice to have on this. It needs a wiggle stick. I wonder if the arm might just be a little bit shorter than I'm used to. Also, it's pretty close to the body. I've got a big hand, and so that doesn't give me a lot of room to move, so I'll be pressing it from the top like that. I'll probably end up bending it at the joint right there. I do that on almost all my wiggle sticks to get the height that I want. I like my arms to float out kind of right about there to give me plenty of room to move. But it feels like an offset trim. And sometimes it takes time to dial those things in and get them playing exactly how you want them to be. It feels promising. Nice and smooth in the middle. Not bad. I can't wait to throw the reverb on this. That's been the bridge pickup. Here is the number 2 position. Nice and jangly. Sounds how I would expect it to sound. Onto the middle position. Going out of tune a little bit? No. That's pretty. There is 60 cycle hum there, because of course there is, with single coils, no big surprises. Sounds reasonable though, it's not over the top. I like that. Nice and twangy. Nice sounding middle pickup there. Any push bowls or anything like that? Nope. I wonder if that humbucker is coil splittable. On to the number 4 position. This is the neck and the middle together. Classic sound right there. Banky sounding. Yeah, it's got that spanky and hollow, like Strat number 4 position sound going on. No big surprise there with the middle and the neck single coils together. A little bit more jangly, more twangy than I'd expect a Strat to be though. Pickups, the single coils anyways, have a bit of almost like a Telecaster, Dan Electro kind of twangy jangle going on. A really fun personality, I like them. Because I already had a Surfliner, the neck feels like coming home. Like there's no surprises here. Same shape. It feels nicer. The other Surfliner had this like kind of raw wood feel with a very thin matte finish on it. This has that thin matte finish, but with the binding, and I just think a smoother finishing overall, it does feel nicer. Same shape to the neck. Yeah, it definitely feels like a higher price point guitar as far as the neck goes. And the fretwork is just great. No issues here. I'm not running into any dead frets yet. I haven't played high up though. Action is great out of the box. Yeah, no dead frets that I'm finding right off the bat. I mean, there might be one hiding somewhere, but so far I kind of doubt it. The quality of this feels totally on par for what it should be for the price point. These are $700. The originals were $500. There were some sales over the past year where they dipped down below that. But I think that's where they're intended to be. A little bit of a creak coming from the bridge. Either the bridge or the trim. At some point I want to open this up and take a peek in there. I'm not going to do it this video. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Just in case you want to see that. If you don't want to see it, then don't subscribe. But if you want to see it, then subscribe and maybe you'll see it later. On to the neck position. Oh, that's hollow. There's the surf setting right there. Yeah, that's a really hollow sounding neck pickup. I like that. Yeah, spanky and hollow. Still nice and warm too. Let's try it with reverb. I am using the Source Audio TrueSpring reverb for a drippy, surfy, irresponsibly wet reverb. There we go. Out of tune yet? Sounds like I'm pretty close. I don't think I'm out of tune yet. A little bit of a creak there on the trim when I push it too far. I'm gonna want to pop that open and see what's going on inside, see if there's any way I can remedy that. I find that on Fender branded offset trims. Sounds like I'm a little out of tune now that I've been pushing it. I don't know, that still sounds pretty good. Now it's a Surfliner. All right, moving on to the other pickups. The neck sounds, yeah. Yeah, that's surfy. Here is the number 4 position. Is it gonna be a surfy? Sounds nice. Twangs, man. Yeah. I like it. I like it. What a fun guitar. This is too much fun. A $700, fairly unique, kind of a little bit outside the box, surf-ready guitar with a wiggle stick that you can tighten so it doesn't flop around. I love that. The neck and the bridge pickup together and on their own, they sound fantastic for a surf guitar. The bridge, when we get back to that, we'll find out if that's surf appropriate. The neck in the middle, it's getting you there just fine. Here is the middle position. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It is a great sounding, great playing guitar. I'm having a blast right now. All right, here is the number 2 position. It gets darker once you introduce that humbucker. Straight to the full humbucker. It gets brighter when you isolate the humbucker. It's got some push to it. to go through some overdrive sounds. I'm using a DoD 250 style circuit with the gain right at noon, right in the middle, 50%. This is the neck pickup. Have I had to tune it yet? I don't think I've retuned it yet. It seems to be really tuning stable. Here is the number 4 position. Middle. I'll do some chording and then backtrack to do some lead work. I like these pickups a lot. Here is the number 2 position. And the bridge. It's a fun strummer. Here, okay, all right, here's some lead tones. Number 2 position. Ooh, that's sweet with the overdrive. Besides a few normal little creaks from the trim here, I don't know, this guitar is like checking out. Like, I'm having a great time right now. The last Surfliner was a lot of fun, but this is a different level. The wiggle stick really just pulls it all together. And honestly, like the increase of quality across the board with like the binding and the way the neck feels and things like that, the finishing, the little finishing details. Right, here is the middle position. The number 4 position. And the neck. Could point out that the frets aren't a glossy premium mirror shine. They do have a little bit of a grit to them. Not a grit, but like you can't, they're not slippery. You know? There's nothing wrong with them. That would be me comparing it to like very premium fret dressing, where you get that super, super slick mirror shine. These are normal frets for this price point. Right, neck pickup. So much personality from these pickups. I'm really impressed. They love love that 250 a lot. Let's stack it with the Wampler bell for more distorted sound. Number 4. Middle. Number 2. Number 2 position has got the mud. It's got the dark sound. And the bridge. Try it with both sides of the 50-50 on. This is 2 DoD 250s at the same time. It's surfy. It's got this garage rock sort of thing going on. I like the sound of the pickups a lot. That trim, it feels different than the offset trims I have on, my other guitars. My Jazz Masters, my Jaguars, my other guitars that have like Masteries and other sorts of similar trims on it. It's a little bit stiffer. I wonder if the arm is maybe shorter. It might be a little bit shorter than like the arm on my Jaguar over there. I want to open this up at some point. Subscribe, and I'll do that in a future video. I'll open it up and we'll see what's inside there. Maybe I'll take a peek underneath the pick guard as well, or just in the back of the control cavity. I want to see if I can split that humbucker. Maybe put a push-pull on the tone knob and get myself that spaghetti western bright single coil tone at the bridge position. But yeah, like the sounds a lot. It seems to be really tuning stable right out of the box. I'm shocked. Like, I tuned up the strings and I really haven't had to go back to adjust it, despite me abusing the wiggle stick. Like, it's just staying in tune. The neck feels nice. I like the satin finish. I love the looks. Just the looks upgrade on this guitar are worth the extra $200 that they're charging. But then you get a wiggle stick too. But that block inlay, the binding, the painted headstock, all that sorts of stuff. This green, this beautiful green metal flake. Oh, it's stunning in person. It really has that like iridescent rooster tail. Kind of a little bit bluish, but foresty green sort of thing going on. I'm not always a big fan of Moto pickguards, but I think it works on this one. Kind of wonder, do you think any pickguard cutters out there are going to end up carrying this template? I like the humbucker, but it would be kind of cool to take this down to 2 singles. Just move that to the bridge for a very traditional surf guitar sort of layout. I mean, I like the humbucker though, so I'm probably not going to do that. Yeah, I'm impressed. Huge thanks to everyone who sent me messages upon messages upon messages and tagged me everywhere on the internet asking if I was going to cover this thing to get my button gear to go ahead and ask Guild if I could cover it. And huge thanks to Guild for listening to my request and honoring it and sending me this guitar, even in the color that I wanted. I said to them I'd prefer the green, but if that's not possible, I understand whichever color you have on hand. Hey, that rhymes. If it rhymes, it's true, right? And they sent me the green. I love this color. Oh, it's just wonderful. What do you guys think? Which color would you have picked? There's a pink and a black variation as well. What mods would you do? Would you do any mods to this thing? I'm going to love it just as it is for the time being. If it turns out that there's pick guards that I could get at some point, I might explore that. I am going to crack this open. Like I said, subscribe so that you can stay on top of that. I'm going to check out the guts and everything. But I'm just across the board impressed. Great player, sounds great, feels great, looks awesome. I don't use rating scores, but if I did, the price point considered, I feel like it's a 9.5 out of 10. Like it's really doing it, guys. I mean, it's also subjective. You might not like the sound of these pickups. You might not like the loadout. You might not like little details or the colors or things like that. But this has been a very positive experience for me. And I'm going to stand my ground and hold to that. All right, I flapped my gums long enough. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked. And stay grounded. Bye, everybody.